Hi, everyone, and welcome to Duke Internal Medicine. My name is Amy Zoss, and I'm the program director for the Duke Internal Medicine residency program. Together with me are Doctors Matthew Labriola and Stephanie Garbarino, who are our associate program directors for residency recruitment. We are so excited that you have chosen to spend the day with us here at Duke and look forward to getting to know you and having you learn about our program. I'll start with our mission statement. Our mission here is to provide an optimal, adaptive clinical learning environment to train you, the future leaders of medicine. Really, what does it mean to be part of our Duke family? Duke family is more than just a hashtag or a saying to us. It really represents the entire community that we build with you during your time here in training and extends long after you finish your 3 years of residency. New interns being welcomed, but these are actually for former course, had them take a picture with our Welcome New Interns banner. But what I learned in talking with these individuals was that they and their families had actually gotten together for beach vacations every summer, starting during residency when they hadn't even started their families yet, all the way through for the following 40 years. It was just so representative to me of the bonds that our residents form and how long lasting the friendships and relationships are when you become part of the Duke family. Obviously, the other pictures are much more current, showing those bonds being formed, whether it's our brand new interns getting started or our junior residents, hanging out on someone's porch. Being part of the Duke family means that you can be who you are, be your authentic self, bring that person to work because we know that you have so much to offer. Your perspective and your knowledge, and your goals make our program and make the care of our patients and our community so much better. We truly do believe that it's an honor to be someone's doctor, and we value that by having our principles of investment in our patients, in our learning, in each other, in our community, our commitment to these type of ideals, and really being engaged and offering support to each other, positive encouragement, critical review of things that maybe aren't going well, and really taking every moment with our eyes wide open. We're here to build our support team, stay grounded, and really ensure that every part of our team is known and needed. And now I'll turn it over to Dr. Labriola.
Thanks, Amy. As was mentioned, my name is Matt Labriola. I'm the co-associate program director of recruitment here at Duke Internal Medicine and a medical oncologist in the Duke Cancer Center. I'm here to talk to you about who we are as a program. But before I do that, I do want to just take a moment just to mention how cool it is that we are immersed in Duke University. Honestly, if you pop out the back of the Duke South clinics, you literally end up on the quad right near the chapel. And being connected to the undergrad campus like this is awesome because you have the opportunity for collaboration with university scientists, engineers, statisticians, you name it. And in addition, you have access to all of the facilities and events happening on the university campus. I'll just mention up there on the top left is the Duke Gardens, which is really a beautiful place to hang out or have lunch with incredible scenery. And you can't mention Duke without talking about Duke basketball. And fortunately, since many Duke faculty have season tickets, it's pretty common to get access to these tickets if you answer one of Dr. Zoff's fun trivia questions. So I do want to talk about who we are at Duke, and really what makes our program great is the people. And that starts at the top. Pictured here are leaders from Duke University Medical Center leadership. Dr. Craig Albanese is the Chancellor for Health Affairs, President and CEO of Duke University Medical Center. Dr. Tom Owens is the Executive VP and COO. And Dr. Mary Klopman, the Executive VP for Health Affairs and the Dean of the Medical School. And what's really cool is that at a lot of places, like leaders are like this are pretty distant. But here at Duke, These people are really present and care a lot about residents and trainees. Honestly, you can even round with Dr. Owens on Duke Gen Med, which is an absolute blast. And next up in our department is our department leadership, which you'll recognize immediately is led by powerhouse women here in medicine. Pictured on the left is Dr. Kathy Cooney. She's the chair of the Department of Medicine and a medical oncologist by training. Dr. Cooney remains very active in our program, even precepting report at the VA and hosting our intern retreat at her own home. And on the right is Dr. Lisa Christiani Schreiber. She's our vice chair for education and a rheumatologist by training. She continues to have a huge impact on our program, even now revamping our departmental leads conference to prioritize the resident learning experience. And at the center, as you know, the GOAT herself, Dr. Amy Zoss. It cannot be understated how important it is to have an amazing program director during your residency training. Dr. Zoss is just an absolute genius. She's a great clinical problem solver. She's incredibly approachable and available. She cares deeply about her residents like they're her own kids. And on top of all that, she is just really a ton of fun to be around. So trust me when I say that she is the best program director in the country and probably in the world. To be successful, though, all great leaders need a team. And it's important to us to have individuals in place to focus our attention on particular aspects of your resident experience, of your residency experience, including inpatient and outpatient medicine, research and scholarship, QI and fellowship match, and of course, yours truly, the dynamic shake and bake recruitment duo of Garba Labarino. We have representation from hospital medicine, general internal medicine, and subspecialties, including GI, pulm, and oncology, and our APD crew, and are here to advise and mentor and help however we can. And in addition to our associate program directors, we have a small army here of core faculty. These are people who devote at least 10% of their time to the residency program in capacities that include leading the VA, running our SIM or diagnostic reasoning curriculum, and leading our career tracks such as MLPR, global health, and PSTP. And these people will all be instrumental during your time here at Duke. Later in the presentation, you'll hear about different clinic sites you'll have the opportunity to serve in, each of which has their own faculty leaders. So Dr. Patel at Prime Clinic, Dr. Cho at the Duke Outpatient Clinic, and Dr. Klo at Pickett Road Clinic. Each of these individuals will really be key in your development as a physician, particularly in the outpatient setting here at Duke. The most important bunch, the heart and soul of our program is the chief residents. Pictured here are our current chief residents who have really just been phenomenal this year in leading our program. They bring the fun, they organize all the moving parts, they cast their own educational vision year by year, and really are the culture builders for our program. Our chief here is a little different than many other programs in that clinical chief residents complete a year of fellowship or work as a hospitalist or primary care doc for a year before returning back to be chief residents. This gives them more clinical experience, and they each bring back a unique skill set that contributes to the educational formation of our residents. So in this group from left to right, you'll see Nathan Hirschman from hospital medicine, who's the DUH chief, Mike Oceano from cardiology, the VA chief, Anne Cameron Barr from rheumatology is the DRH and ambulatory chief, and Courtney Dominguez is serving as our QI chief this year. And even more important to you all are the incoming chiefs for next year. These will be your intern year chiefs. This group is super special to Steph and I, who served as chief residents in 2020, 2021, because this bunch were our interns, just like they will be chiefs for you all. It's really cool to see the beautiful circle of residency life. But let me just tell you, this bunch has incredible energy. They're unbelievably smart. but more importantly, they're particularly a caring and supportive group that will make your intern year pretty special. I really honestly wish they were my chiefs. But left to right, you'll see Emery Buck from Pulmonary Critical Care, serving as the DUH chief. Omar Martinez Uribe from GI, serving as the VA chief. Amanda Broderick from HEMONC, serving as the DRH and ambulatory chief, and Nick Main serving as our QI and patient safety chief. We also have another layer of leaders in our program. We call this the Residency Council. It is a peer-elected group of residents designed to gather feedback from the rest of the residents and meet regularly with chiefs and program leadership to discuss new and exciting ideas or initiatives that the residents have, or ways that we can improve our program to serve the residents. There are typically 2 to 3 co-chairs from the STAR class, and then each class has its own group of representatives. Just trying to increase the number of touch points to hear from you all how we can make this place better and better. And behind all of our program leadership and resident success is our backbone, our incredible program staff. These individuals are so incredibly helpful. They keep our program on track in so many ways behind the scenes, and we truly would not be able to function without them. You've all hopefully met Kayla at this point, who's our recruitment guru. Emily and Bridget are our program coordinators. Lindsay Easley is our senior administrator, and then Bashira Morris is our staff assistant. You will truly come to love these individuals, and they really will love you too. And lastly, the most important group, which is our residents. Duke Internal Medicine really is only as amazing as the residents who come here to do their training. It's an incredibly dynamic and accomplished bunch year after year. Excellent at what they do, committed to being great doctors, yet so unbelievably humble. It's just really amazing to see and to watch. Wherever you do your training, residency is hard. It's a lot of work. There are a lot of emotional patient interactions. So you want to be training at a place where you're surrounded by people who are going to care for each other, who laugh and don't take themselves too seriously, and people who you just want to be around. I really hope that you find that here in the Duke family, and you can really get an idea of what we're all about here during your interview day, even if it's virtual. So I'm going to pass the mic over to Steph now, who's going to walk you through our commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion here at Duke.
Thank you, Matt. Here at Duke, we believe that diversity, equity, and inclusion are one of our top values. And we feel that so strongly, we wanted to put this in our very first part of the PowerPoint when we talk about our program. We firmly respect the diversity of all of our patient and professional communities here at Duke, and that starts here right now with recruiting and retaining some successful diverse applicants from various medical schools. So you guys are a part of our DEI mission here, and support and protect members of all racial and ethnic minorities, individuals with disabilities, veterans and their family members, the LGBTQ+ communities, immigrants and refugees, and really anybody who comes to enrich our community. And we believe diversity takes many forms, and we would love to talk to you more about what our DEI initiatives are here at Duke. And that starts with our DEI leadership. So the Department of Medicine has appointed several different members in our DEI leadership program, starting with Laura Svetke, who's the Vice Chair of DEI within the Department of Medicine. We have Dr. Wilder, who's one of the chairs of our anti-racism committee and the Vice Chair of the MRC program, which you'll learn more about. Dr. Oloruntola Sanders and Dr. Ortiz Mello are both co-vice chairs of our MRC committee. Dr. Zipkin and Dr. Reimer, as you can see below, both are leadership roles within our PWIM, which is the Program Internal Medicine. Jane Gagliardi chairs the Civility Champions program, which we'll talk more about, and Dr. Dronville chairs the Stepping In for Respect program. And we're really passionate about all of these programs and how they enrich our resident experience here, so we'll talk more about them now. The DEI is such a priority within the Department of Medicine that in the last several years, we've appointed new vice chiefs that are paid positions to make sure that we are encouraging diversity, equity, and inclusion within each division of the Department of Medicine. So as you can see here, whether it's cardiology, gastroenterology, medical oncology, or others, everybody has appointed vice chief to make sure that this mission is being carried forward. So how do we enact DEI within our program and within the GME? So the GME here at Duke has several different House Staff Associations. First, the Duke Minority House Staff Association, which has several events throughout the year to support our minority House staff. And then the House Staff Association for Sexual and Gender Diversity, which welcomes people of LGBTQ plus backgrounds as well as their supporters. Within our program, we have equity-focused resident reports throughout the year. Make sure that faculty and residents are participating in various subcommittees through the Department of Medicine. And then we have the City of Medicine Academy pipeline teaching rotation, where our medicine residents can rotate out through the community and make sure that we're starting that pipeline of underrepresented in medicine high schoolers to come to Duke for training. The Department of Medicine has several other initiatives that we wanted to highlight here for you now. The MRC, which we've talked about before, is the Minority Recruitment and Retention Committee. This is an amazing committee that works with residents who are underrepresented in medicine who come here for their residency program, specifically in internal medicine. They have different events throughout the year, both for leadership development, social and professional networking, career mentoring, and it's a great way for our residents to be able to bond with each other for some social events throughout the year as well. The program for women in internal medicine is created to support and empower all of our female trainees, but specifically within the Department of Medicine. This program also has events throughout the year, inviting all of the women trainees, fellows, residents, and women faculty to get together and talk about how we can improve our environment, create a community for each other, also have career development and networking opportunities. And they even sponsor visiting professors throughout the year as well. Here's just a sample calendar of how the MRC events might take place. This is actually the real calendar for 2023-2024. And as you can see, every single month, our MRC committee is being involved in something, whether it's recruitment events to recruit people who are incredible like yourselves, or events to bond with each other, going to a baseball game, getting involved in Black History Month, etc. Some additional initiatives within the Department of Medicine. First is the Civility Champion Program. And this was actually created by one of our House staff several years ago at Duke, who felt very empowered to step up and take on a leadership role to create a culture at work supportive to those who experience bias or harassment or uncivil behaviors. Whether it's by somebody who works here, by a patient, it really doesn't matter. We need to be able to provide support for each other when these things happen. So the Civility Champions program offers trainings throughout the year to train our residents, fellows, and faculty who have an interest in being somebody who can stand up and be a point person within the Department of Medicine to help with these sort of events when they do happen. In addition to trainings, we also have refreshers throughout the year. We encourage the Civility Champion to be an ongoing effort, and we are really proud of so many residents that have chosen to be involved in this program. Similarly, our Stepping In for Respect program helps create upstanders so that when these bias events occurs, we're not full passive bystanders, but we upstand for each other to make our workplace everything that we want it to be in terms of being accepting for our trainees. Our Stepping In for Respect workshops are also throughout the year. And this past year, they were actually hosted at Amy Zoss's home. So it's a great way to come to your program director's house, maybe get some chips and salsa, and then learn how to be an incredible upstander for each other and make our workplace environment what we all want it to be. That's a little bit about our diversity recruitments. Now we'll take a break.